Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm very happy to have you here, guys. So as you can see in today's video, I want to share my thoughts on a fragrance from Lattafa from the Pride series. It's called Nebras. I feel like it's one of the most popular fragrances from the Lattafa Pride series. I want to share my thoughts about it, and at the end I want to give you some layering ideas in case you have it in your collection and you would like to explore with some layering options, and I want to let you know if I overall think it is worth the hype or not. So yes, let's begin. So I got the 20 ml version of Nebras. Before I actually start to speak about the fragrance, I just want to let you know that from what I know, Lattafa has come out with travel sprays for every fragrance from the Pride series, which I think it's an amazing aspect because you get to actually test the fragrance, like properly test the fragrance, because you have 20 ml of fragrance inside the travel sprays. And let's just say in case you like the fragrance, you can get a full bottle of it and put this one in your purse, or in case you don't like the fragrance, it's not a big deal, you know. You can just give this travel spray to somebody else. Now, as for the actual travel spray, I would say it's pretty basic, nothing too fancy, nothing too spectacular. They come in like this sort of pocket spray version, but it's nice, you guys. I feel like for the price you pay, by the way, I paid less than $10 for this one, so I would say it's very affordable, and again, you get 20 ml of product. Okay, so Nebras, guys. I have had a lot of requests if I could share my thoughts about it, if I could get it, and if I could review it. And let me just tell you, when I looked up the notes of this fragrance, the notes look absolutely amazing. Now, from what I know, this is supposed to be an inspiration of a fragrance from Billie Eilish called Eilish, and if you were to look up the notes of both of these fragrances, I would say the notes are pretty identical. It's just that one from Billie Eilish has like few added accords, from what I remember. But besides that, they're pretty much identical, I would say. Now, when it comes to this fragrance from Lattafa, I feel like it's the first time when Lattafa actually dupes, or let's just say comes up with their own inspiration of a celebrity fragrance. So far from what I know, they only did designer and niche, so it's a first time for everything, you know. So yes. Now guys, Nebras. I will insert the notes for the fragrance number over here, but as you can see, looking at the notes, this sounds like a delicious, true gourmand fragrance. And let me tell you, it is. Now, it's not exactly how I was expecting it to smell like, but it is really delicious. By the way, if you are curious, let me show you the atomizer for the travel spray. Like, yeah, pretty basic, but it's good, you guys. It's functionable, you know. This is what it matters, I feel like. So now, in terms of the scent, in the opening, this smells very interesting. I get a minty smell mixed with powdered sugar and some like dry cacao powder, but not the bitter cacao, more like the Nesquik instant hot chocolate sort of powder. So it's very sweet, slightly minty, slightly powdery from the sugar, slightly powdery from the cacao touch. Yeah, the opening is very nice. And now, I have to say, I was not expecting it to have a minty smell in the opening. I'm not sure if I'm the only one who's getting it. By the way, if you have tried this fragrance, please share your experience with the fragrance down below, guys. And not only I would love to know, but I'm sure it would help a lot all the people who are watching this review and they're interested in getting this fragrance. So yes, if you have tried it, please share your feedback on the fragrance down below. And let me know, guys, do you actually get the minty vibe as well? Yeah, back to the fragrance. So yes, in the opening, it's very sweet. It's quite bright, it's quite bright, but it's very dense as well. It's a very rich fragrance, I would say. And then as this one is starting to develop on the skin, it does change a little bit. I wouldn't say this is a linear fragrance. Basically, as this one is starting to develop on the skin, it gets creamier, it gets even fuller, even denser, but it remains cold. I feel like this is a cold fragrance. It's not one of those warm, enveloping, cozy type of fragrances. I feel like this is a cold gourmand. So you have the sweetness of the vanilla, you have the sweetness from the cacao, you have the sweetness from the sugary touch. Now the sugar, to my nose at least, translates more as like a powdery sugary accord than like actual melted sugar, but it's very sweet. This is something I really like about it, because I do love a good sweet fragrance. It's sweet, but keep in mind that minty aspect, because I feel like some people might find it a little bit off-putting, especially in the opening, because it's almost like a little bit contrasting to all the other notes. It's almost like that minty touch doesn't belong there, you know. And the first few times I actually smelled it, I really picked it up a lot. And now I actually got used to it and I don't find it bothering. But just to let you know, you will get that one in the opening. Now, Guys, this is such a creamy fragrance. I feel like the word that describes this fragrance the best is creamy. This is ultra creamy, ultra yummy, ultra delicious. This is the kind of fragrance that truly smells edible. Now it does have a slight artificial undertone about it, but nothing too bothering, I would say. So yes, as this one is staying on your skin, it gets richer, thicker, fuller, ultra creamy, like I've said, but not creamy in a lotiony way. I would say creamy in like almost like a milky, like condensed milk whipped cream sort of way. I do get a slight lactonic vibe from the fragrance as well, but with the added powdered sugar accord, with the added dry cocoa accord. Now, the first time I actually smelled this fragrance, it reminded me of another fragrance that I have in my collection called Choco Musk. So if you have Choco Musk, you might find some similar nuances with that fragrance as well. Now, if I were to tell you how they compare to each other, I would say Nebras is the less synthetic, less artificial, less sweet. Okay, so I have the oil version of Choco Musk here. And to my nose, guys, it smells like an ultra sweet vanilla mixed with Nesquik smell. This is how I would describe it. So it's like a little bit powdery, a little bit sharp, but very, very sweet. Again, this is a true gourmand. It does smell a little bit artificial, but I don't mind that aspect about it. I don't find it too bothering. But yeah, now besides that, I would say they go into different directions, but they do share that same like sweet cacao touch, but this one is much less sweet compared to Choco Musk. Now if you were to ask me, Nebras is what I would call like a tasteful gourmand, or like an elegant gourmand. So you have the gourmand facets of the fragrance. I mean, this is all about gourmand notes and accords, you know, but it's not overly sweet to the point where it's too youthful smelling, let's say, or too young smelling, you know. This is pretty much, I would say, an ageless fragrance. This, in my opinion, is a fragrance that can be worn by everybody, no matter your age. It can be worn by a teenager, it can be worn by a person in her or his 70s even, you know. So this is more of an elegant gourmand, and I feel like because of this aspect, I mean, for instance, as a comparison, is it doesn't smell as youthful as Yara by Lattafa, which is another one that I really like by Lattafa, but that one goes into a very different direction compared to this one. Yeah, guys, I love it, honestly, I love it. It's a very easygoing, uplifting, playful sort of fragrance. It's very sweet, so if you're into gourmand fragrances, or even if you're not into gourmand fragrances, I still feel like you could appreciate this fragrance because it's not overly sweet, you know. It's not that like ultra sweet and cloying gourmand fragrance. It's quite, like I've said, an elegant take on a gourmand fragrance, I would say. So yes, guys, those are my thoughts about how it smells. Now, when it comes to genders, I feel like stereotypically, like generally speaking, this is a fragrance that leans much more towards the feminine side. But if you're a man and you like sweet fragrances, I still feel like you could pull it off. However, guys, you wear whatever you like, okay? Like, I am just telling you if I think it leans more feminine or masculine as a reference, so you can make up an idea as to how this fragrance smells. But you wear whatever your heart feels like and whatever your heart desires. Don't give a damn about what gender fragrance is marketed towards, okay? Now, when it comes to seasons, to me this is the perfect all year round fragrance. I feel like it's not cloyingly sweet, so you could wear it in the very high heat as well without it feeling suffocating or without being too cloying for you or for people around you. But at the same time, it's like dense enough, thick enough, so you can wear it in the winter time as well. So yeah, to me this is quite a versatile fragrance. You could wear it all year round, daytime, nighttime. Maybe at the nighttime I would layer it actually, but the fragrance on its own is pretty much ultra versatile. You could even wear it to the office because, again, even if, let's say, the fragrance, yes, it's sweet, yes, it's a gourmand, but it's such an easy to enjoy DNA. It's such a delicious smelling fragrance, and also it sits closer to the skin, I would say. So it's not like you would fill up your whole office with the fragrance smell, you know. And quickly touching on the performance factor as well, something I have noticed with almost all the fragrances from the Lattafa Pride series that I have tried so far is that they have amplified the oiliness of the fragrance. Almost all their fragrances from the Pride series, at least the ones that I have tried, are much more oily in consistency compared to the previous Lattafa fragrances. So because of this, I feel like longevity is not an issue with this fragrance. On my skin it lasts for more than 6 hours, on my clothes it lasts a full day, even second day I can still smell it. On my clothes, in my hair, again, it lasts for days, so I feel like longevity for this fragrance is not an issue. When it comes to the projection, I feel like projection is more of an, I feel like this is more of an intimate fragrance. I don't think this is the kind of fragrance that fills up a room. I don't think this is the kind of fragrance that's like smell me before you see me type of scent. I feel like this is the kind of fragrance that you will have a scent bubble around you for a good few hours as you are wearing this fragrance. When people come in your personal space or they come closer to you, or let's just say maybe at arm's length, they will get the fragrance, but if they are further away from you, I don't think they will get this fragrance, because like I've said, this sits closer to the skin, but I don't mind it, guys. I don't mind it because I have some layering combos that I will show you in a second that let's just say would help the fragrance project a bit further. Oh, by the way, before I actually show you what I layered this fragrance with, let me know if you would like me to make a habit of showing you different layering options whenever I do in-depth reviews, because I personally love to layer my fragrances. I know a lot of you love to layer your fragrances as well, and I know we chat a lot about different layering combos in the comment section. Some of you even ask me on Instagram some layering ideas. So if you, hold on, I have a hair in my mouth. So if you would like me, I could definitely do this as like a habit. So in every review, when I review a new fragrance, I could give you some layering tips. Now, when it comes to Nebras, because it's a gourmand fragrance, because it's made around chocolate, I feel like it's only fair that you would layer it with Choco Musk by Rehab. Okay, so if you have Choco Musk in your collection, guys, layer these two together. I use this one as a base, I come with this one on top, and they smell amazing. Or if you want a body lotion, that would work absolutely amazing, and you would smell like a walking snack. You would smell, you know, yummy and delicious. Then I would actually recommend you to get the Coconut Passion from Victoria's Secret, the body lotion. I apply the body lotion all over my body, then I come with the oil on my pulse point and then wherever I want basically, and then I come with Nebras, and I do overspray it, guys, but keep in mind I overspray all my fragrances, you know. But you smell, or like I smell, like when I wear this layering combo, I smell delicious, guys. Like I smell so yummy and so edible. I cannot stop sniffing myself when I wear this together. So another layering combo that I would advise you to do if you have Nebras in your collection is with Kayali's Vanilla Royale. I first got the 10 ml travel spray. I have fallen head over heels in love with that fragrance, you guys. I feel like it's one of my best 2022 discoveries. And I got the biggest bottle available. I got the 100 bottle as well, and I loved layering those two together. Now, what Nebras adds to the Kayali one, it adds this like creamy gourmand chocolatey vanilla feel, which I feel like it complements that fragrance very well, and I feel like the mintiness is not even that noticeable when you layer this one with the Vanilla Royale from Kayali, because that has patchouli, and patchouli usually, guys, if you've never smelled patchouli in real life, it has a slight minty herbal earthy quality to it. So I feel like when you apply this one on top of that, the mintiness in this one, you cannot even smell it. But because that one from Kayali also has this like chocolatey undertone, it's almost like they melt into one another, you know. They smell amazing together. A different combo this time is with another fragrance from the Pride series from Lattafa. This is called Ishq Shuyukh Gold Edition. This is the fragrance. And guys, by the way, I will review this one in my upcoming videos. Guys, this one is so good. It's not a fragrance that it's for everybody's taste, but if you like certain kind of fragrances, you will adore this one. So I like to layer it with that one as well, and I have also tried layering with Arabians Tonka. In the first few minutes it smells like it's a bit too much, but then guys, like after 10 minutes it smells delicious, honestly. So again, if you have Arabian Tonka, I would highly advise you to layer it. This is everything I wanted to tell you. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like and leave me a comment down below. Let me know if you have tried this fragrance. Let me know if you have any layering ideas or like layering tips with this fragrance, because I'm definitely open to your recommendations. I love when you give me layering ideas because a lot of them are amazing, honestly. So yes. As always, guys, if you want to follow me on Instagram, here is my handle. If you want to tell me anything, please put it down in the comment section, and I promise that I will get back to you. But yes, thank you so much for watching, guys, and I want to wish you an amazing day wherever you are.